Bob takes his hands and blows one of the strangest shrill bellowing sounds I've ever heard. So Bob goes, makes his sound. Instantly, the giant bull moose lifts his head up and rack out of the water, flying everywhere, and the moose bellows back. And we're in a valley here, so it's like there's like an echoing effect across the valley. And so as soon as the echo from the moose dies down, Bob takes his hand and launches out another sound. So back and forth for like 2 minutes, Bob and this moose are talking. And that was just the wildest, weirdest thing I'd ever seen. I'm 16 years old, you know. And it was just, I felt like the hair on my neck was standing up as a chill all through my body. And the weird thing about it was we weren't afraid because Bob had strategically placed us downwind. Moose have those big noses. They have a good sense of smell. They can smell you. But we were behind bushes downwind, so the moose's scent was carried to us. Our scent wasn't carried to the moose. So we felt pretty safe. Well, on the way back to the camp, I'm just all electric, man. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Bob, you taught me the bird sounds. Teach me this one. This will be my supreme moment here. So I practiced all summer. That's about 6 more weeks. And we got down to the last week of tree planting. And I'm begging Bob, Bob, it's our last week. It's our last chance. We've got to go. We got to go try it. I can do this, Bob. I can do this. Bob was like, I was just relentless, and Bob was fine. Okay, we'll try it. I don't know if you got it, but we'll try it. So we get back down there. We're the same hike. We're on the edge of the valley, looking down. It's almost sunset. Gentle breezes, sparkling stream. Sure enough, we hear a little crack in the bushes on the other side, and out steps a cow. I'm like, yes, I got it. Here we go. Cow moose steps out, sniffs, gets a drink. Everything's happening just the way it's supposed to, except this time, waiting, no bull moose. So I was all disappointed. I was just getting ready to leave, and something said, guys, it's just a couple more minutes. Just a couple more minutes. So we're waiting and just ready to give up, and all of a sudden I heard a big twig snap, and a large silhouette moves on the bank of the other side, and out steps that giant bull moose. I'm like, whoa, wow, here we go. So I take my hands, right? I get my hands ready, and my hands are all shaking with adrenaline. My big moment, I'm never going to get this chance again in my life. How did I do that again? Okay, here we go. And so I'm all shaking with excitement, and the adrenaline's pouring through my veins. And this is a different kind of sound. It's you have to use a lot of diaphragmatic breath support because it's a really loud sound. So I apologize for you in the middle here. It's kind of a stereo. I'm in the middle because it's kind of a stereo effect. It kind of gets you in the middle of the sound here, but it is kind of loud. So those of you who heard it, you heard it. Who here has heard it before? It's kind of loud, right? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here, moose, over here, up here on the ridge, up here, moose. And when you call the moose, they hear you. You call like your dog, moose, moosey, over here. Yeah. Wait, that's a real disappointment, isn't it? I'm sorry, that was a big story, and there's no real moose call. You've been pulled in for nothing. How do you feel right now? Really sad and disappointed. I told you I was an odd person, an odd family, right? There is no real moose call. There was no Ranger Bob.
Oh, dude.
I did plant trees for the Forest Service, though. I did do that. And I did have a friend who was killed by a moose in his pickup truck. So some of what I said was true. Does that help? All right. One of the reasons I like moose so much is because they're a powerful animal, and one of my hobbies has been powerlifting. So I love to lift heavy weight. I don't always do it because at my age, I'm not young like CJ, but just throw the heavy weight around. So Alexis here, But I enjoy that. The moose is a majestic creature, and it reminds me and it connects me to my home state. And so I really appreciate the moose. That's why I have a bunch of moose over there. Once I get the rest of my decorations going, I can get some more moose up. So, but those are my animal sounds, and from the great state of Minnesota. And so if the disappointment's there, I'm sorry, but funny thing, how many people heard my moose sound last year? So the real fun, once you hear it last year, is watching the people who, you know what's coming, right? See, I asked him, I said, did you hear it before? He said, yeah. And I asked, what did I ask him? I asked him, was it loud? And so he said, yeah, it's loud, right? So it was loud, right? So, but anyway, just gotta have a little fun with it and celebrate your heritage and your past. So that's what I choose to do. So thank you.